Good afternoon and welcome to the kitchen. My name is Sam and today I'm going to talk about risotto. Risotto is an Italian dish made with certain cultivars of short grain, very high starch rice. There are three main varieties that are used for this. The first two, I can't remember their names, but I promise you I'll look them up later and I'll print them right there at the bottom of the screen for you to see what they are. The third one is the one that you will most likely be able to find. It's much more common. It's called arborio, and you will find it in any supermarket in the Italian section or the rice section. There it is, arborio rice. It's usually sold vacuum packed, so you know, a nice hard package of rice there. When you look at the instructions, it looks like a real pain in the neck to make. You're required to have a pot of boiling chicken stock or beef stock or some kind of stock. Add stock one ladle at a time, stir the rice constantly. Yeah, that's kind of what you're supposed to do, but today I'm going to show you that the letter of the law is not really necessary as long as you've got the spirit. The first thing we need to do is talk about imparting flavor to the rice, because rice by itself, you just cook it with water, it's really gonna be dull. So we're going to use chicken stock as the liquid, and in addition to that, we're going to start with a basic mirepoix, which is more or less equal parts of onion, celery, and carrot. And then at the very end, we're going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese and some butter to give it, you know, the really yummy, creamy, delicioso kind of taste. To that basic recipe, you can add pretty much whatever you want. You can add more vegetables if you want, broccoli, asparagus, fennel, I don't, you know, whatever. I bet winter squash would be awesome, summer squash, sprouts even. And you can also add whatever protein you like. There are several recipes calling for beef, and you can use chicken or seafood. Seafood risottos are particularly well known. One good thing to use is leftover chicken or leftover turkey or something like that. If you're starting out with any kind of raw vegetable or meat, be sure to add it towards the beginning. Okay, let's go. I got my pot, hot water, mirepoix over here. Need garlic. I got my chicken base. Start with oil. Turn it on. I'm gonna keep the heat fairly low, and then we're gonna put in our mirepoix. I'm gonna throw in a little garlic. Okay, a lot of garlic. Stir that down. Keep it going, da-da-da. Okay, I got the kitchen fan going, so I'm gonna have to talk kind of loud. Okay, now at this point, if I was gonna add any other vegetables or any protein, this is where I would do it. Since I'm not adding anything else in this particular incarnation, we are ready to put in the risotto. Now again, here is a point where the traditional directions, you look at them and you go, huh, what? And then you try it and you go, what? I still don't get it. The directions will say to add the risotto and continue to cook and stir it until the risotto makes the sound of marbles clicking together. It's making some kind of sound, but the marbles clicking together? I don't know. Some sources I've looked at say you have to do this for as long as 10 minutes. I say the heck with that. Now we're ready to start adding some liquid. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take our hot water and add about that much. Uh-oh, a lot of steam. There goes the lens. And now we're going to add some of our chicken base. If you want a very lightly flavored risotto, you can add a little bit, like that. I'm going to add a little more than that. Stir that in. Add a little more water. Now you're basically going to do that until it's done. If you need to step away for a minute, you can. And if you need to step away, uh-oh, is our camera messed up? Okay, like see, I'm gonna have to step away so I can fix the camera. What am I gonna do? Well, I'll just add a little extra water so that it doesn't burn on the bottom. Stir that in while I hold the camera with the other hand. Okay, now I'll be right back. Now see how vigorously it's boiling? Turn the heat down again. What you want is just the barest of simmers. There you go. Look at that. What the stirring does, why you are supposed to stir all the time, is a rice kernel has a layer of starch. The stirring encourages the grains to, it allows the starch to be scraped off of the sides of the kernels and into the liquid. Okay, a little more water. If you didn't stir, not so much of the starch would break off the kernels. And the texture wouldn't be as rich and creamy. Oh, I make my own soundtrack. Boom, boom, bing, bing, bing. Make my own soundtrack. A little more water. We're getting there, we're getting there. You must have patience. I think one more addition of water. I'm going to call this done. Turn off the heat. And we are going to throw in about a tablespoon of butter. Stir that in. And we're going to grate some Parmesan cheese into it. As much or as little as you want. Stir that in. When people say, oh, the perfect risotto, blah, 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 they always say risotto should relax onto the plate. Although, what the heck does that mean? Relax onto the plate. Well, to tell you the truth, I really don't know. I've heard it 100 times, but I still don't really know what they're talking about. So, let's see what it does, and we will decide together whether it relaxes onto the plate or not, or whether it is uptight. Alright, here is my finished risotto. Here is my plate. And I will spoon some onto my plate. What do you think? Is it relaxing? I don't know. It's probably not relaxing the way it's supposed to relax. Well, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it looks delicious. I'm gonna eat this. Yes, indeed. Delicious. Thanks for your time. Enjoy.